Hello, my name is Keshwani. That's K-E-S-H-W-A-N-I, Keshwani. I have been solving math problems for GMAT out of this book here, the GMAT Review, the official guide. If you do not own this book already, buy it immediately. You will find it at mba.com. It's important that you have this book if you're preparing for GMAT. That's where you're going to find the real exam, the real questions. The problem that I'm about to solve is the one that you will find on page number 178, problem solving number 188. Let's take a look at it. It says drum X is half full. All right. Drum X is half full. And then I'm told drum Y, which has twice the capacity of X. Drum Y is 2 times X. And then I'm told that Y is 2/3 full. Alright. What are they asking? What's the question? If all of the oil in drum X which we are told is half full, if we were to take all the oil from drum X and pour it into Y, then Y will be filled to what fraction of the total capacity? Alright, very good. Let's make up numbers, okay? Let's make up numbers here. Let's see what happens. I don't know if you're able to see. I'm going to make up a number. Let's pretend that X is I'm going to make up 200 here. I don't know why. I'm going to pretend that X is 200. Since it's half full, 200 of half of 200 is 100. Drum Y, I'm told, is 2 times X. So if drum X is 200, Y would have to be 400. And then I'm told that Y is 2/3 full. I'm using a technique called plugging in, substitution some people call it plug and chuck, some people call it plugging in, it doesn't matter what you call it. Then I'm told that Y is 2/3 full. I have a problem. I don't like it. I can't divide 400 by 2/3. I can't find a 2/3 of 400 nicely. So I'm going to go back and change my number. That's what you do. In the exam, if you start out plugging in somebody, if they don't work, don't cry about it. Just go back and change them. You can plug in anything you want. Let me change the numbers. I'm going to make this 300. If I make this 300, it is half full, which means it's 150. And if this is 300, drum Y is 2 times X, so this 400 needs to change to 600. And then I'm told that Y is 2/3 full, 2/3 of 600. What is the third of 600? Third of 600 is 200. Since it's 2/3 full, Y is 2/3 full. That tells me that Y has 400 units, whatever the units might be. So if I were to take everything that was in drum X, which is 150 units, whatever the units might be, 150 gallons, 150 liters, it doesn't matter what it is. If I were to take all of the oil in drum X, which is 150 gallons, pour it into the drum Y, which has 400 gallons. Why does it have 400 gallons? Because I'm pretending that drum X capacity is 300. Notice the word I use, the emphasis on the word pretend. I'm just pretending, I'm just plugging in. I'm just making up numbers. So if drum X were in fact 300, and since this is half full, it has to have 150 gallons. I'm missing F in here, half. And since drum Y is 2 times, drum Y has a capacity which is 2 times the X. If drum X is 300, the Y would have to be 600. And since it's 2/3 full, a third of 600 is 200, 2/3 will be 400. So altogether, if I were to take this amount and this amount, put it together, I will have 400 plus the 150, which is 550. And its total capacity is 600. The total capacity of drum Y is 600. So this is how much it is full. That's all. That's your answer. All I have to do is simplify, and that will be my answer. Let me do it over here. 550 over 600. 0 goes out. And if I divide top and bottom by 5, I'll end up with 11 over 12. That's your answer. That's it. The answer is 11 over 12. Let's see if they give you the answer like that, and that will be your answer. I'm saving the room here for a reason. 11 over 12. The answer is C. Answer is C. Now this is what is known as plugging in technique, the substitution technique, where you make up numbers for the variables and you find the answer and you solve for it. I'm going to solve the same problem again one more time. This time I'm going to solve it a little bit differently. We are told that drum X has half. We are told that drum Y is 2 times drum X, which means drum Y holds 2 X's in it. If X is half full, if I were to take everything that is in X and put it in Y, it should fill up Y by quarter of its capacity. Because Y is twice as big and X is only half full, half of all the capacity of X, if it's poured into Y, it should fill up Y by 1/4. If you're able to see that right away, you can save all of this trouble here. So the Y had 2/3 to begin with. Y was already fill up by 2/3 of its capacity by pouring half of the drum X into Y. You raise that level by another 1/4 of Y, and that's your answer. You find the common denominator, which is 12. 3 goes into 12 4 times. 4 times 2 is 8, and 12 goes into 4 3 times. There you go. That's your answer. That's your answer. 11 over 12. So there are 2 ways of doing it, if you're able to see this right away. If you're not able to see this right away, if you cannot think like this right away, this is another way of doing it. But whatever you do, don't do the algebra. It's a waste of time. Don't try to solve it in the classical way, the proper way, the orthodox way, the geeky way, the nerdy way, the academic way. There is no point to it. Nobody looks at your work. It takes too long, and you're more prone to making a mistake if you set it up with the algebra. Alright? So either do the plugging in or just think logically. If drum X is half full and if you put it in Y, it will raise the value of Y by 1/4. Let me take a look at the camera for a second. Alright. I hope you found it helpful. Now, I hope you found it cogent enough, lucid enough for you to get something out of it. If you wish to purchase my DVDs in which I show you the solutions to all the math problems, or if you wish to hire me for personal private tutoring, face-to-face tutoring, I'm located in Connecticut. In either case, go to my website at www.prep4GMAT.com, prep4GMAT.com, and send me an email. Alright? Thank you.